Let me start by saying everyone's situation is different. So some of these habits that I've instilled in my daily life may not be applicable to your life, and that's totally okay. With that being said, this video is in no way meant to be the perfect solution to all of life's problems. However, it is meant to serve as motivation or ideas to apply to your life in one way or another. After all, I want to see all of you guys succeed at whatever life throws your way. A few of these topics are no-brainers and things that seem obvious to some, but to others they're neglected and may need reminded to take a step back and refocus. Without further ado, let's jump into a few easy habits that I've built into my life that could help you. We'll start out with an obvious one, but truly, I think it's the most important of them all, and that's getting enough sleep. Seriously, if you aren't getting good enough sleep, it affects every corner of your life. Not only does it just suck to not get enough sleep, but it can completely derail your entire day. Lack of sleep has many side effects that people often overlook, such as brain fog, easy irritation, and forgetfulness. For me, I don't want to deal with any of those adverse side effects that come with lack of sleep, and I doubt you guys do either. So if you notice yourself suffering from any of those, I'd recommend checking in on yourself and look into how much sleep you've been getting. Trust me, I used to think I operated better and got more done off of 6 hours of sleep, but let me tell you, when I started sleeping for even just a couple hours longer, I felt sharper, had better ideas, and felt more focused and excited for the day ahead. This next one is my personal favorite, and it's something that I've been doing for the longest amount of time. It's actually something that I started way back when I was a kid and never really thought much of its benefits, and that's daily rituals, or small things that you can do daily at specific times that help you refocus yourself. We live in such a hustle and bustle style world that we often neglect ourselves and our own well-being. Having something or even a few things that you can do daily that help you recharge has awesome benefits. These don't need to be huge tasks or things that require a bunch of time or energy. They're small things that don't take a lot of time, maybe 10 to 15 minutes a piece, or less. A few of my daily rituals are coffee and tea in the morning, followed by a shower, and at some point later in the day I do a little bit of self-care. It's during these times that I get a little bit of time to think and recharge. If you don't already have something that you're doing daily, start now, and trust me, you won't regret it. This next point is something that can be tied in with my previous point, and that's setting daily goals. I forgot to mention before that I do a daily journal, and in it I set myself goals for the day, either in the morning or the night before, whenever I see fit. Throughout the day, I keep a mental checklist of what I write down and check it off as I go. At the end of the day, when I sit back down and do my daily journal, I physically check off my goals. By doing this, I get a sense of pride and a sense of accomplishment. Daily goals aren't meant to be overwhelming or push you to your limits, of course, unless you want to. I use them as a way to stay organized, and so should you. Okay. Reading. Folks, it's time to pick up a book and actually read. I feel like reading has definitely been on an uptrend as of recently, but not everyone's jumped on. I credit my girlfriend for getting me into reading, as it's something that I've come to really enjoy. I'm just gonna say it bluntly. If you should listen to anyone that's telling you to read, it should be me. I only say that because I spent most of my life avoiding reading like it was the plague. I didn't understand it and I thought it was a waste of time. Probably because in school we were forced to read. But you know what the real waste of time is? Doom scrolling for hours, instead of reading something that expands your imagination, creativity, or knowledge. It does take time to develop your taste in books and what you enjoy. For me personally, I really like Western books. They're typically pretty quick reads and a lot of action. I recommend taking a little time and finding a style of writing that you enjoy and fully jump into it. Alright, coming in last but certainly not least is setting aside dedicated time to work on something that you actually want to work on. Before you immediately jump to the comments and say, well, this is just obvious, or I already do this, or worst of all, I don't have time. If you already create time to work on a project, are you squeezing it in and stressing about how much time you spend on it? And if you don't have time, then I want you to make time. I'll go over situation 1 first. That's if you're someone that has already adopted this habit. If you're squeezing it in whenever and however, that's fine, to a degree, but it will hurt your overall work. If you're constantly stressed on time and don't have a routine that is built around certain time frames, then odds are you could definitely improve on your method of working. In situation 2, you'd be someone that's saying, I don't have any time. Well, I'm gonna break it to you bluntly. You need to make time for yourself. You cannot be the person that you want to be or have other people know you as if you aren't happy with yourself. It starts with you. So if you've been wanting to start working on a project or pick something up that you haven't worked on in a while, then do it. Make time for it. Don't apologize for working on it. We're all creators at the end of the day in one way or another. So go out and get it done. Make the time. Alright guys, the end of that got a little philosophical, but that's because I'm a big supporter of working on things that make an individual unique and happy. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video, then you're awesome, and I really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Doing both those go a long way for a small creator like myself. Well, it's been real, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, peace.